So it seems like we've entered the era of triple collaborations, and it doesn't seem like that era is going to end anytime soon, especially when collaborations like the Travis Scott Fragment Air Jordan 1s do so well. And while that collaboration in particular might be the most popular of the triple collaborations, there are still a lot of other triple collabs that are worth looking out for, and today I'm reviewing one of them. What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler, and today I'm reviewing the upcoming Sacai Fragment Nike LD Waffle. You know what, I love triple collaborations. I think it's great that you've got like a bunch of different collaborators all sort of incorporating their ideas into a sneaker, but man, these names are killing me. Sacai Fragment Nike LD Waffle. I mean, the shoe is already 2 shoes mashed together, and then you've got 3 collaborators on it. That's 5 names. That's ridiculous. They should just call it the Classic, because that's what's written on the side of the shoe, the Classic. I like that better. I mean, it would be hard to figure out what shoe it was, but, you know, it's the Classic. It's easier to say. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell down below if you want to see more content just like this and probably more triple sneaker collaboration reviews. Also, make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at @RealSethFowler. But in today's video, we're reviewing in particular the light smoke gray colorway of the Sacai Fragment Nike LD Waffle. So as you probably already know, this shoe is releasing in 2 different colorways, the black and blue colorway, which releases this weekend on August 27th, and the light smoke gray colorway, which has been pushed back until September 8th. Both colorways have a retail price of $170 and are currently reselling for around $350 to $400. But as we all know, resale prices change all the time, and so if you'd like to check the resale price of this shoe or maybe grab a pair early for yourself, I've made sure to leave an affiliate link to GOAT in the description below. However, unlike a lot of my reviews, I didn't actually get this shoe from GOAT. I got this shoe through Osman, who's the co-owner of my brand Apothecary, because he got early access on the sneakers app. He got early access for this, and he got exclusive access for the dunks in the same 2-day period. It was very frustrating to see. But hey, as jealous as I am able to review these sneakers for you guys, so at least there's a silver lining. So if you're not familiar with most of the brands that have collaborated on this sneaker, because if you're watching this channel, I'm sure you know what Nike is, but the first brand that worked on this sneaker was Sacai, which was started by Chitose Abe, and she was the original collaborator with Nike on the Sacai LD Waffle. The original idea behind this sneaker collaboration was mashing up 2 different sneakers into one, and that's why you've got all these double accents like the double Nike swoosh and the double midsole. The name of the sneaker also suggests which sneakers were mashed up, the LDV and the Waffle. And if I remember correctly, the first shoe to drop in this collaboration dropped all the way back in 2019. But now in 2021, it looks like Hiroshi Fujiwara of Fragment has decided to add his signature touch to this sneaker collaboration. And you may have already noticed throughout the shoe some of the details that help suggest that this is in fact a Fragment collaboration, but there is one Fragment touch that you might not have known about this sneaker, at least not from first glance. And that's that Hiroshi Fujiwara specifically picked the colorways used on this particular collaboration. Obviously, the black and blue colorway is definitely a signature Fragment color, but this light smoke gray colorway is also a color that's not new to the brand. But before we dive any deeper into the sneaker itself, let's take a quick look at the box and see if there's any differences there. And to be honest, it doesn't look like it. You've got your standard orange box with your glossy Nike logo, you've got your old school Nike logo on the sides of the box, and then on the tag you've got a pretty standard looking tag that says Nike LD Waffle SF, which I'm assuming stands for Seth Fowler. Could also stand for Sacai Fragment, not 100% sure. And the official colorway of this shoe is light smoke gray, white black. But with that detour aside, let's dive even deeper into the sneaker and find out what materials make up the Sacai Fragment Nike LD Waffle. Okay, let's do this. Starting off around the edge of the toe, you've got this extremely hairy suede material that comes in a light smoke gray, as you probably would have expected. And I've got to say, this suede is immaculate. I love it. It feels incredible. As you could have guessed, this LD Waffle features 2 mudguards overlapped over top of each other because, of course, these are the mudguards taken from the 2 sneakers that have been mashed together. And I honestly haven't reviewed like more than 1 or 2 LD Waffles, and I don't remember if the suede on those versions are as nice as the suede on this version. I realize that this is, I guess, sort of a more premium collaboration because it's a 3-way collaboration, but I just don't remember the suede being this nice on any of the previous LD Waffles. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section down below, but man, the material quality on this shoe feels Feels good. Moving up from the mudguard, you've got this gray mesh that covers the toe and actually wraps around most of the midfoot of the sneaker. Now, unlike previous Sacai LD Waffles, it seems like they've actually backed this mesh with another material, which in my opinion is a good thing because on the first versions of the Sacai LD Waffle, the mesh felt really flimsy, it felt really thin, and I was always afraid my toe was just gonna rip through the sneaker. This time around though, the mesh has some structure to it, it feels a lot more durable, and it's still breathable because the material that they backed it with is pretty thin. I guess the only downside is that you can't really see your socks through the shoe as much as you used to be able to, and as a sock nerd, that kind of sucks. I will say though that these blue tie-dye socks paired with this sneaker, Match made in heaven. September 3rd, if you want to grab them. Also, they're reflective, so. But moving up from the mesh, you've got more of this incredibly soft and hairy suede material on this double layered eye stay. Weaving through the eye stay, you've got two different sets of gray flat laces, which is interesting because usually when they double layer the laces come in two different colors. On this particular collaboration, it comes with just one color, but double laces, which is kind of interesting. However, they do also give you a set of white laces if you decide to switch out one of the laces, but it seems like they only give you, is it once? No, two sets of laces. Okay. So you can double color them if you want. It's just honestly such a huge pain to take out these double laces and then relace double laces. It takes forever and it's a pain. I don't know. I wish they had just done that themselves. Underneath this just clump of laces, you've got your double layered tongue, which is standard for Sacai Nike LD Waffles. The top tongue comes in this very thin white mesh and features the Nike sportswear logo at the top. And the bottom tongue comes in more of a white nylon material, similar to what you get on Air Jordan 1s, and features the Fragment logo at the top. And what's interesting is that I thought maybe the left shoe would have the Fragment logo and the right shoe would have the Sacai logo, but it turns out both shoes just feature the Fragment logo. It's not a bad thing, it's just kind of an interesting detail. Then moving inside the sneaker, you've got this gray, pretty felt feeling sock liner, which is also relatively well padded around the heel. And then rounding off the inside of the shoe, the insole comes in gray with the Nike and Sacai logo kind of mashed together on the heel. As far as sizing and fit is concerned, the Sacai Fragment Nike LD Waffle fits just like every other pair of Sacai Nike LD Waffles, and for me that's true to size, and I think that's true to size for most people. Of course, everyone's feet are different though, so I would suggest maybe trying on a pair if you have the option to try on a pair first before you buy it. However, if you grab true to size, I think you should be okay unless you have super wide feet. Unfortunately, the size I have here is a half size up because it's Osman's size, so I can't actually steal it the way that I was hoping to. Continuing back in the shoe, you've got more of that light gray mesh, and then on top of the mesh, you've got your double layered Nike swooshes. Now this time around, they keep the contrast between the Nike swooshes very minimal and very subtle. Both swooshes come in the same leather material. The only difference between these two swooshes is that the bottom one is slightly more light gray, and the top one is much more true white. It's a very, very subtle change. You might not even notice it, but when you get up close and you really look at it in the light, you can sort of see it. Very, very subtle though. I think this Sacai Fragment collaboration is the most subtle of all the Sacai Nike LD Waffle collaborations, both past and upcoming. And hey, if you like that, this is a great shoe to go with. I mean, the colorway is super clean, super simple, and honestly easier to rock than any other Sacai Nike Fragment LD Waffle. This is ridiculous. It's the easiest one to rock because it's gray. There you go. Then moving even farther back in the shoe, you've got more of this awesome suede material. Of course, it's double layered on the heel. And honestly, my favorite part of any Sacai LD Waffle is the way that the heel sort of layers itself. The way that the Nike swooshes come back, overlap certain details, the way that you've got like three things overlapping each other. It's just such a cool and interesting look. And then finally, moving around to the back of the shoe, you've got this white panel towards the top of the ankle with the Nike Sacai logo printed on the heel in black. Moving down on the shoe, you get to that iconic, crazy double layered midsole. Obviously, this time around, the two layers come in different colors, which I actually really love. I love the fact that the bottom layer ties in with the color on the upper of the shoe. I feel like it makes the shoe feel so much more cohesive. Of course, being a Fragment collaboration, Hiroshi had to throw some text on the midsole, which he does on all of his collaborations. On the lateral side of the shoe, the text reads the classic / Fragment Sacai, and then on the medial side of the shoe, the text reads LD Waffle FA 21, I'm assuming fall 21, MNS Run 233 Sacai Fragment. I don't know, it's some sort of like SKU number or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's there and it looks nice. You know what would be crazy? A Fragment Off-White collaboration, because they both feature text on the shoe. Like, that would be a very interesting looking sneaker. I might have to mock that up, we'll see. Shoot, maybe we'll see the return of If I Designed, who knows? As you've probably already seen, you've still got that very polarizing detail where the top part of the midsole kind of juts out over the heel of the shoe. And while yes, that's definitely a flat tire magnet, it does give the shoe a very unique and iconic look, and I've really grown to like it a lot. But then finally moving to the bottom of the shoe, you've got your black rubber waffle outsole. Overall, I've got to say that the classic, the Sacai Fragment Nike LD Waffle, is an excellent sneaker. I love this triple collaboration. I feel like with triple collaborations, there's a good chance of a shoe being completely overdone. I feel like Fragment has the magic touch as far as creating triple collaborations that don't look ridiculous. I mean, we saw it with the Travis Scott Fragment collab. That shoe could have looked insane, but it didn't. It looked clean, it looked awesome. Actually, I really want a pair of those. I'm never going to be able to grab one, but I would like a pair of those. And he did the same thing on the Sacai collaboration. Kept it subtle, kept it clean, and let the details on the shoe speak for themselves. Now, personally, if I had to pick between the gray and the blue colorway, I'm not sure which one I like more. I think the gray colorway is more wearable, but the blue colorway is more like Fragment. So I don't know which one I would go with. I think I'd go with whichever one I can win on the sneakers app. which probably won't happen, but it's an awesome looking sneaker, and I don't think you can go wrong buying the shoe, especially not for retail. But with that, we pretty much wrap up the entire review for today. Now, I would love to know your thoughts on the Sacai Fragment Nike LD Waffle. I'm getting really good at saying that, so make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget, if you want to check the resale price of this shoe or maybe grab a pair early, make sure to check out my affiliate link to GOAT in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.